So I sold a put yesterday on a cheap wheel strategy stocks, and I kid you not, 15 minutes later, that thing dropped 13%. And then I sold another put on another cheap wheel strategy stock. So I got a lot of updates to share with you. Okay. And if you drop a comment down below on today's video, I'm going to give you my AI prompts for option sellers completely free, no opt in. Just drop a comment down below and I'll personally send that to you. And hit that like button and that subscribe button, guys, because your boy need it. And of course, I hope you are having a God blessed day. But guys, as you guys saw in yesterday's video, I opened up some 15 puts on Kenvue. Okay. Now, if you don't know what a put is, basically I'm saying on November 14th, I'm willing to buy 100 shares of Kenvue at $15.50 if it's trading at that at close. Now, for that, I collected a hefty $74.33 of premium, almost a 5% ROI on collateral. How am I getting that number? 74 divided by the 1550 that's being locked up by my brokerage. That is an insane return on collateral. Yes, I did it to add some entertainment value. Yes, I got punched in the face with it because we saw Kenvue drop down below 14 yesterday. It dropped 13%, but hear me out. I didn't react. Okay, so I'm going to talk about why I like, these two cheap wheel strategy stocks. Why I think everybody should get into some cheap wheel strategy stocks just to learn the ropes because some of them move so aggressively. But with that said, as an option seller, we don't need things to happen right away like the options buyers, right? We expose the options buyers for who they really are, the degenerates, and we take in them poker chips. Take a look at this, right? Yesterday, this thing dropped on me like 14%, right? If I was an options buyer and something like that, I would have blown my account. I would have to sell my house, right? But as an option seller, I only just opened up this contract, right? And I have till 11/14, till November 14th for Kenvue to either be above 1550, right? Now, I don't need it because that's the best part. I, as an option seller, I'm running the show, folks. I'm running the show. I'm saying I'm willing to buy it at 1550, and that's where I assume I'm going to be assigned at, right? So even now with Kenvue having a juiced up recovery live here, 4% almost, hell yeah, let's go. Get the amens going, right? This, even if I got assigned today, let's say it's a month from now, and Kenvue is still trading at 1464 right now, right? I will still be able to do some nice 1550 calls, right? And even if we go over to our options chain, and we can go take a look just for our example purposes here. Right? If I go over to Kenvue, right, and then we go to our options section, and then let's say I'm selling a call now, right? Let's say I sell a call, right, about 30 days away. And let's just pretend I'm assigned at 1550 Kenvues and it's trading at like 1460 like it is now, right? Well, we'll take a look. I still have opportunities here. I still have juiced up premium, $69 for the 1550s if I really want to do that, $56 for the 16s, right? Still insane ROI on collateral. So the point I'm trying to make is, as an option seller, please actually do what you want because I have no idea what I'm doing. Don't make rash decisions, right? Stay patient, stay calm. Don't feel like, hey, yes, I could have easily come in here and be like, oh my God, this news about Kenvue, they're basically inheriting all these lawsuits. They're falling apart. Oh my God, they're never going to recover. The fundamentals for me still never changed. The fundamentals of the company for me never change. Yes, they're getting into some legal battles, blah, blah, blah. Will work itself out. It will work itself out. These products are way too ingrained in our everyday life for Kenvue to just go poof and not be an incredibly valuable company, right? With that said, for me, when I look at that, I'm like, did those fundamentals change? No, right? No, those did not. Okay, say what you will, politically wise, whatever. But as far as like products, demand for products, et cetera, yes, I'm sure there's going to be a hurt. There's short term. There's going to be hurt and pain, right, with sales dropping because of all the bad press that they're getting. But overall, I don't believe it's products that are going to be going away anytime soon. Okay, that's why I love investing in these kind of companies that have a wide range of brands and a wide range of products. It gives me almost a little sense of diversification, right? So Kenvue right now, in my opinion, is still set up beautifully, right? Because yesterday I took it at it was like trading, I think yesterday around like 1630, I did the 1550s, or when it started seeing a little bit of a drop. I think it might've been around 16. So I was definitely more aggressive when I did it. And that's partly because I actually wanted to get into Kenvue. It has a great dividend, great for Ark Options. We're going to see this thing go. We're going to see this thing go right now. Right? I got to post this in our private group real quick. Hold on a sec. Look at this. This thing is going today right now. We're going to give it all back right now. This is what I talk about with option selling, guys. Like, I can't stress it enough. This is the play, right? You are patient. If we are paid to be patient. Now, even if like I said, even if I was at the end of my expiration, man, we're going to see this live, get back to it. But with that said, we had an incredible obviously we had an incredible ROI on collateral. Now we have a second play we did. Let me paste this in here. If you want my trade lock, click that first or second link in the description of today's video. Guys, I just launched a brand new workshop. Love for you to attend. If you want to learn more about selling options, how I do, risk manage, collect the premium from those silly little options buyers. Plus, I'm going to give you all my calculators, my trade logs, all this stuff that you're seeing completely for free. Head down to the description of today's video. It'll be the second link. And if you're interested in our mentorship and mastermind program, that'll be the first link. So check those out for yourself. But I did a Snapchat. Why did I do a Snapchat put? Okay. Now, coming over to the chart on Snapchat yesterday, let me do a quick little refresh. Maybe we saw some green here. No, we don't. We don't see no green. But with that said, it was around the same levels yesterday when I was over here with it, and I had some extra collateral. Now, look right here. I have my Kraft Heinz and I have my Kenvue, right? That gave me $4,250 of total of my $5,000. It's actually like $5,600 now that I have. Total premium $631 already. Let's go. Not financial advice. Results vary. These are just the premiums. You can check my broker statements at onlypeterpru.com or optionsellerschool.com if you want to follow along on this journey. Try to be as transparent here as possible for y'all. But with that said, I had a little bit of money, right? I had a little bit of money left of my 5K here that I wanted to deploy. Now, usually, if you guys have seen my snaps, I've usually done sevens, I've done eights. I sold them for 8. I did another 7 put that I closed out early. And you know your boy just couldn't resist. This thing has been so fun for me since I started this. SoFi was obviously reigning supreme for a while, but then Snapchat, man, I have been trading this thing for the past few months, and oh boy, it has been a freaking ride, man. This thing has just been so freaking fun to sell options on. The number one, the premiums are insane. The ROI on collateral is insane, but with that insanity, obviously prepare for some risk. Now, interestingly enough, right, I did the 650s. Now, to me, why did I think this wasn't a super high risk play for my risk tolerance? Well, when I look at Snapchat over the past 6 months, it's never hit 650. That doesn't matter, right? What I just said does not matter because nobody knows what the market's going to do. But it gives me a sense of like, hey, there's some support there around that like 680ish, and that 7ish level, right? There seems like the buyers are stepping in and really taking advantage when we drop right below that 7 and kind of get it right back up. Now, obviously, Snapchat's coming off of being around just a couple months back being at like $10, and we started running the wheel when we saw running the wheel strategy on this when it dropped here back on 8/11, and we've been kind of messing around with it ever since. And then we kind of got out of it around this point, jumped back in right here, closed out right here at the top of the Bollinger Band, and now I see it dropping back below to the levels where it was when I was selling puts on it. So I'm like, I'm getting back in. And I'm going to get a better strike price and a juicier premium than I've ever gotten on Snapchat, right? What do I mean by that? Well, take a look at this, right? All these other Snapchat positions that I had here, guys, right? When I got assigned, that was a 2.31% ROI on my collateral. I had another put right here. That was a 3.19% ROI on my collateral. The covered call one, obviously, when I got assigned, that was a 9% because I actually sold my shares. I made appreciation profit. And then this one was 2.62. Look at this one, though. Guys, 4% on this thing, right? A 4% ROI on my collateral on this one. Now, obviously, it's a very cheap stock, only $650 locked up, but I was quite shocked that I got that. I was expecting just like a normal 2.6, but there's a lot of volatility in the markets right now. Obviously, heading into earnings season, government shutdown, lots of stuff with the tariffs, right? There's a lot of fear, uncertainty in the markets. We're still in the fear. So for me, I'm just taking advantage right now. Today was a fairly active week for me as a trader. I didn't even trade that much. I traded a handful of times, 5 to 10 times, which isn't really that much. But some weeks are a little bit more busy, and some than others. So those are my two favorite wheel strategy stocks right now. I'm still continuing my grind with Snapchat, and I think Kenvue is going to be the next one, because if I can maintain this, and we'll see, follow along, where we gonna blow this thing up together. I don't know. This is really nice, and it's a lot of fun for me to shoot these. So if you like this sort of content, make sure to like and follow. And if you want this full trade log plus all of my calculators completely for free, click that second link in the description of today's video. Join us for an upcoming workshop. At the end, I'm going to give you, not only teach you how to use this stuff, but then I'm going to give it for you as well to actually go and implement it. Again, that'll be the second link in the description of today's video, guys. Remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.